am the light in this world. Sing it with conviction. It's the last time we're doing it this month. Get ready to tell your neighbor, I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. I am a light, I am a light, I am a light in this world. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And I shine, and I shine, and I shine so bright. And turn to your neighbor and say, you are the light. You are the light. You are the light. You are the light in this world. You are the light. You are the light. You are the light in this world. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. And you shine, and you shine, and you shine so bright. Now we're gonna do it. We are the light. Here we go. We are the light. We are the light. We are the light in this world. We are the light. We are the light. We are the light in this world. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright. And we shine, and we shine, and we shine so bright.
My name is Donald Green, and on behalf of our Board of Trustees, our practitioners, and Reverend Donna Maurer, I welcome you here to the Center for Spiritual Living, Sonoran Desert Center for Spiritual Living. Wherever you are and wherever you are in your spiritual path, here you are certainly welcome. We will encourage you to be all that you are meant to be. Our vision statement is love in action every day in every way. And we express this by learning the principles of the science of mind. You'll find them on the back of your bulletin. If you'd read them along with me, give you a second. Okay. I believe that there is an infinite intelligence operating throughout the universe. I believe this intelligent power is only good. I believe this intelligence expresses as me. And I believe of this power, I create my life as happy, healthy, and complete. And so it is. And I can see I'm looking out here, a bunch of happy, healthy, and complete people today. Yes. Do we have any first-timers here today? I don't know if I saw anyone for the first time. Anyone? Anyone that just returned from their summer vacations? Not today? Okay, very good.
Rosie's back.
Rosie, yes. Rosie's back. It's good to see Rosie's smiling face. Always good to see you, Rosie. Rosita. And make sure that you stay afterwards, for dessert, coffee, and chat. We'd like to thank all those who make the celebration special today. That would include all of you in the seats here, the people who work behind the scenes in the kitchen, the greeters, the music people, and everyone else. If you'd open up your bulletin to the center for the announcements.
The God in me beholds the God in you. It is all for our greatest and highest good. The God in me beholds the God in you. And you and I are one. Namaste. The God in me beholds the God in you. It is all for our greatest and highest good. The God in me beholds the God in you. And you and I are one. Namaste. Namaste.
Good morning. I'm John Lopez, and I am your practitioner today. And I'm sure you don't need reminding, but the practitioners are the healing arm of our center. And if there's anything going on with you that you would like treatment for, fill out a card and put your request in the box over on the table. And our team of amazing practitioners will do treatment for you this week. Or you can come see me after service for a 1-minute miracle. All right. So join me in our opening invocation as I light our service candle, which represents the light of spirit within each one of us in this room this morning. So know with me that God is all there is, everywhere equally present, filling all space, filling this sanctuary, filling and expressing as each one of us here. And in this truth, I know that today's service is also already perfect, whole, and complete as our writing group beautifully takes charge and expresses the wonderful talent that each one of them is able and willing and wonderful to express the divine mind that lives, moves, and has its being in each one of them. I declare this so, and together we say, and so it is. So I take our candle, and I will be holding the high watch for you.
I like to do my original songs on these days where everyone is sharing of their hearts. This is one that I don't get to do very often, but I know that you all love it. I do too. Looking forward, looking back, keeps your heart and mind in lack. A single-minded vision sets the heart free. Busy hands, a busy mind. You don't think you have the time, but you'll find that if you close your eyes and breathe, like a butterfly embracing all its beauty, from a chrysalis of shame you will awake. Just be still and know that in this present moment, the universe will show you the right road to take. Don't miss your miracle. Don't miss your miracle. It all is possible if you trust and believe that miracles are made by you and you're good today, soon you'll know no other way. Refill yourself with faith and overcome your fears. In that conscious unity, if it's to be, it's up to me. Everything you need has always been right here. And just like a moonbeam dancing on the water, your imagination casts a shining net. We were born to create and we can't help it. We are all one spirit manifest. Don't miss your miracle. Don't miss your miracle. It all is possible if you trust and believe that miracles are made by you and me. Don't miss your miracle. Don't miss your miracle. It all is possible if you trust and believe that miracles are made by you and me. That miracles are made by you and me. That miracles are made by you and me.
Good morning. Miracles. You know, I work with about, 8, 10 miracles every second and fourth Friday of the month with this writers group. I'm so proud of them. I am so happy to be part of that group. They're storytellers, and I'm going to invite Gray, happy birthday boy, up. He wants to share a story before we start. So, Gray, come on up.
I really appreciate you all wishing me a happy birthday. And it's really ironic. I know that I'm so happy that our lovely Reverend Donna gives us a chance. And I don't think people really take the advantage of being able to say what miracles that they have in their life. So I wanted to share this one with you. I am so thankful. My sister and I came out here from Indiana, and we were just talking the other day, and it's like, oh, thank Spirit that we don't have to put up with the freezing cold weather or the blizzards back in Indiana. We aren't experiencing the hurricanes our friends are having in North Carolina. And also, we don't have to worry, at least where we are, with the wildfires. So it's like how ideal it is. And I have a friend who, along with, you may know our practitioner Ruth and her partner Dee. They moved down to Ecuador. And we have another friend who went to a small town in Ecuador called Villicomba. And there, unfortunately, have been reports she was having a knee replacement back here in the States, but she was concerned because they've been having some house break-ins. And in that spirit, I thought, well, I hate to admit it to y'all, but like John doesn't even lock up the garage here sometimes. So it's like, it's very safe until last night. It was about 4:30 in the morning, and I heard something going on with the door. I have a large sliding back door into the bedroom. And I thought, oh, good grief, here I've talked about that, and here it is. You get what you attract. Fortunately, I opened up the door to see what was going on, and it was our little kitty Cola, who was an inside kitty only, who had been outside and knew enough I don't know how to express wanting to be let back in. And I am the type of person who, and Donna remembers this, the big Northridge earthquake that we had in California. I slept through that. So it was a miracle that I heard Kitty and I let him in. And on my birthday, it was such a miracle. So thank you, Spirit, and thank you for letting me share that with you.
Miracles every day, right? So we started this group 2.5 years ago, I think, something like that, 2.5 years ago. And in that time, it has grown, and I am so proud of that and blessed by that. When people tell me they can't remember and they can't write, it's like, excuse me, wait a minute, everybody can write. Yeah, I hear chuckles. They know who they are. They can't write. You know, you don't have to be a professional writer or even a good writer to join the group. We have fun. We are, don't tell the guys, we are the extension of the men's group, right? Because we have, look at all the men here that are part of this group. And we do have more that come too. Anyway, they tell me they can't write. Yes, you can. They tell me they can't remember. Yes, you can. I give them one word, and it's amazing what stories they come up with. And I would like to check, so the words, I forget now, we've got hands. Hand was one, and they can use it either as a verb or a noun, whatever that is, hand. So we've got a couple stories from hand. We've got a couple stories from the word see. And you can use whichever see you want. Anything. You can spell it however you want. We've had gate, we've had storm, we've had a lot of words. I'm going to give you a challenge. You don't have to write. I'm going to give you one word and see what it brings to mind. Okay, over the next few weeks, if you want to write the stories, come to the writing group and bring your story with you. How about the word dream? Dream. Whatever that brings to mind. See what it brings to mind. I'll bet you remember something from your past. All right, we're going to introduce our writers group. I think I got everything here. So Kathy Rodarte is fairly new to the writers group. And for you, those of you who don't know her, she is our new office manager. What do you call her? What, guru? Guru, okay. She's a new office guru who replaced Sharon, the old office, the former office guru. Good catch. So we're going to start with Kathy. And we're going to start with Kathy. Thank you for being here. Thank you for letting us share with you. I appreciate it. Kathy.
Good morning. My word is see. My dad was a very religious man. In fact, as a young man, he studied to be a priest. The fact that I stand here before you as one of his children is obvious that he did not become a priest. Instead, he had 11 kids with 2 different wives. Now, that's a whole different story for another time. Like I said, he never became a priest. However, he did remain extremely religious. As I was marinating in my mom's belly, my dad informed her that he wanted to name me after a saint. They agreed to name me Catherine, spelled with a C. Growing up, this was tough because most people assumed my name was spelled with a K. One instance, on school registration day, I held my mom's hand as we walked into the school and were escorted into the office. My mom took a seat in the chair directly in front of the office desk and immediately scooted herself to the edge of the chair. My mom stood 5'2" and found it hard to sit in the chair as her legs were too short to reach the floor. I sat in the chair next to her. My legs didn't reach the floor either, so I sat all the way back into the chair with my brand new patent leather shoes I was wearing planted flat on the seat of the chair. I watched my mom through my disheveled curls that had made their way over my eyes. She had long, thick, coarse, straight hair that fell below her waist. She took her hand and brushed her hair away from her face and tucked it behind her ear as she leaned closer to the desk, pointed to the paper that the school secretary was filling out, and informed her, "My name starts with a C." I witnessed the same thing over and over at doctor appointments, school activities, and other such places where my mom had to give my name. Another time, when I was in the 5th grade, I was playing on the monkey bars. During recess, there was a young boy playing in the dirt nearby. He looked up at me and asked, "What's your name?" By this time, I was hanging upside down with my skirt hanging down over my torso. This didn't bother me because I always wore shorts underneath my mandatory Catholic school pleated red plaid uniform skirt. Guess, I responded. Before he could answer, I said, my name starts with a C. He thought for a moment, then asked, Cindy. My name is Kathy, I said. I stated firmly with a clenched jaw. With a puzzled look on his face, he said, Kathy starts with a K. There were many such examples throughout my adolescent years. The proverbial baton was handed to me as I started to make my way into the world and had to advise people on how to spell my name. My name isn't unusual or exotic, it just starts with a C. However, I spent a lifetime telling people how to spell my name, and I still do to this day. Whenever I meet someone else named Kathy, I start the conversation by asking, is your name spelled with a C or with a K? It always brings a smile to my face as I listen to them explain how to spell their name, as I did so many times. Nowadays, when I meet someone, they introduce themselves to me. I always respond with, nice to meet you. My name is Kathy with a C.
Well, this is scary. I have to go after that, you know. It sort of makes me wonder. I picked a saw or scene, and I have a little composition called I Saw the Light. A friend of mine asked me a poignant question. Gene, have you seen the light? I said. Well, just when I turned that switch on the wall there. No, I mean, have you figured out the answers to the big questions in life? The inquiry started me thinking about the essential things in life. You know, you could call it wisdom. I certainly wanted to find that. And I did what any good technologically literate person would do. I Googled it. Let me share the results with you. I never found out who let the dogs out. I didn't find where the beef was. And I surely couldn't find my way to Sesame Street. And I do not understand why Dora doesn't use GPS, or at least Google Maps, for God's sakes. And why is lemon juice made with artificial flavors and dish detergent has real lemons? Did you know they sterilize the needle before a lethal injection? How come you put 2 cents in, but you only get a penny for your thoughts? God, do you know what Victoria's Secret is? Because I never figured it out. Do you know that Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star has the same melody as the alphabet song? Yeah. And half of the people in the room are running through their head right now. Do you know that dead batteries are free of charge? And there was a kidnapping in a nearby school, but somebody finally woke the little girl up. Now, if you think I'm witty, I'm not. I got this whole thing from a friend who stole it from her baby daddy's uncle's next door neighbor. But in the Google process, I did figure out the answer to the greatest dilemmas in life. And I'm going to share them with you now. You guys are in for a really big surprise. Here's what I found out. If it's supposed to turn and it doesn't, use WD-40. Okay. If it turns and it shouldn't, duct tape is the answer. And remember, above all things, it's righty-tighty and lefty-loosey. Okay. Now you know everything you need to be successful in our world. You have the wisdom of ages. You've seen the light. And what was the purpose of this little article? Well, it was to get you to find your own WD-40 and loosen up.
Good morning, everyone. Some of you know my daughter, Anna. So this is a tribute to her and about her. And I hope she can't be here today, but I hope she brings the broadcast up and listens to it, watches it. It's entitled The Velveteen Artist. Anna unexpectedly burst into the room in her characteristic exuberant manner, with her blonde ponytail trailing behind her. She began talking as rapidly as an M1 rifle on full automatic. Dressed in a pink sweater and a matching skirt, pink tennis shoes, she said, "We just got back from the Barbie event in Phoenix." No explanation as to who the we were and what the Barbie event was all about. But one expected that from Anna. One just had to try to hang on and try to catch up. She did not have a normal way of talking. When she's narrating an experience, she acted out every conversation with waving hands, exaggerated gestures, and facial expressions. It was occasionally hard to keep up, but always entertaining. After hearing about the Barbie event, which apparently everybody knew about, she went on to explain that she had had an extraordinary life-changing insight, which may or may not have had to do anything to do with the Barbie thingy. She said, "I am a velveteen artist." You know, as in the story of the Velveteen Rabbit. I remember you had that book when you were in grade school, but what was it about again? The rabbit, she explained, was a toy nobody wanted because he was torn and ugly. And when he was loved, he valued himself. Something like that. And, I asked, trying to get an idea where the saga du jour was going. Well, she said, mixing her limited biblical history and creative use of the King's language, I had an epiphany, like St. Peter on his way to the Acropolis. Do tell. Well, I've been making floral arrangements both with actual flowers and with artificial ones. People told me I was good, but I never believed it until now. I just got it. I'm an artist. I was trying to be one, but I never thought was the real deal. I think everybody's kind of like that, she went on. They're always trying to be authentic. But until the day comes when they appreciate themselves and love themselves, they always feel as though they're frauds the way I did. Well, we're all on a quest throughout our lives to find out who we really are and what our purpose being born was. I should explain parenthetically that Anna is a couple of months shy of 50 years old and has been a lifelong free spirit and identified as a philosopher of sorts, self-identified as a philosopher of sorts, though she had no formal education as one or anything else. Truth be known, although she spent more time while enrolled in the University of Oregon, go Ducks, as I did at Kent State University, go Golden Eagles, I think. I do suspect that I attended more actual classes than she did. And I said, and nothing, that's the point. Keep on keeping on till the real you, till you find the real you. Gosh, she said impatiently. So there you have the wisdom of the Velveteen artist, my daughter. Yeah, I'm up, buddy. Okay, I'm going to get out of your way.
Well, that's a good idea. Now, let's see what we got here. Supposedly it's what I wrote. It's not, we're in trouble. All right. The subject for one of my past writing assignments was to write about hands. It could be a challenging subject. Perhaps by challenge, I mean you could approach it from different perspectives, such as physical or metaphysical, spiritual. In the end, the reader of this writing will decide from what perspective they will choose. Question: how important how important are hands in the living the good life? For importance of hands, as explained in 4 of the great religions, Christianity, Judaism, Buddhism, and Hinduism, a common thread of these 4 religions is the right hand and its ability to protect and the opportunity to serve others as a blessing. In Christianity, we read about God's protection in the Bible. Isaiah 41:13, I am the Lord your God who takes a hold of your right hand. It upholds me and I will help you. In Buddhism, the right hand with palm outward at heart level represents a fearlessness and protection from suffering. In Islam, the right hand is a sign of protection, power, and strength, and blessings. Question: what does Science of Mind say about the hand? In Science of Mind textbook, the 5th edition that I happen to have published in 1956, and if you're interested, page 234, hands represent the ability to grasp ideas, uphold convictions of truth, and in grasping reality and the partaking of the divine benefits. In your own hands, be they a right hand or a left hand, hands are only part of our body parts, and all of these parts are created by the one God that serves all of mankind. Created is the key word. I am created in the image of God with all of God's attributes given to me in perfection. What happens when we are born in a world that is both spiritual and physical? In physical world, my hands also provide protection from the challenges of sickness and harm. Spiritually, my hands provide me with the opportunity to see God working through me in giving, in assistance, and for protection. I am indeed on both a physical and spiritual journey. Thank you very much.
This isn't written down. I have to tell you, I am very challenged when I hear that I'm told that I am a writer. I mean, Anne Lamott is a writer. Hemingway is a writer. But this morning, just like Winnie the Pooh, I got this big idea. And the big idea is I'm not a writer, but I am a storyteller. And I am a writer of stories. So I can accept being a storyteller, writer. So that's what I'm doing right now. That was a big idea. This is called Whistling Sioux, and my word is sea. Sea. Coonhounds are bred by man and meant by God to trail the wily coon through field and forest. They're meant to holler and bawl on the track of that masked and clever varmint and chop at the base of the tree where he finally holds up. They're meant to laze through the year, and then come fall, they're supposed to have 2 thoughts in their mind: Draken and tree and coon. Some hounds have the mind to contain more than those 2 thoughts, but that is not considered a useful virtue. This is the handed-down story of Whistling Sioux, one of those broad-thinking coonhounds. She was the sweetest little black and tan known to man or beast. She preferred people to coons. When forced to hunt, she ran a silent track. It made it kind of hard to follow her trail. When she treed coon, she sat at the base of the tree and waited for her master to come along. She'd greet him with the equivalent of a smile, just wagging that whip tail and shaking her skinny body all over. She'd get so excited she'd woof a particular wheezing, whistling bark, and that's how she came to be called Whistling Sioux. Now, sweet as she was and taken to 2-legged folk the way she did, her master knew straight off she'd never be a good tracking hound. Coonhounds must be nasty. They must hate coon. They must be chomping at the bit to get a coon. And Sue was none of those things. Her owner didn't want any part of a hound who cottoned up to strangers, who wouldn't sing a pretty tune along the track, and whistled instead of woofing. That would make him the laughingstock of the county. It would foul his breeding bloodline. She had to go. Knowing how she took to two little legged critters, he gave her to a family with a mess of kids. She fit right in amongst the kids and kittens and chickens and all. Took a special fancy to a saucy, red-headed young'un named Belle. Belle and Whistling Sue were inseparable. When Belle took her first steps, Sue was right there to fall on when the little girl's legs took to wobbling. When the older kids went off to school, Sue was there to cry with Belle because she was left behind. That fall was especially dry. Leaf shriveling dry. Crick drying up dry. It made folks crabby and critters crazy. Belle and Sue were drawn in the yard dust with a piece of oak twig when the pair caught sight of a sad and sorry coon creeping alongside the barn. Belle ran up right toward the critter. Sue sniffed the heavy air. The short hair on her neck and her shoulders bristled. She dashed between the coon and the youngster, teeth bared, body tight. Now everybody knows no coon in its right mind comes creeping up sidelong the barn in broad daylight. The coon fixed a glassy eye on little Belle and staggered toward the child. Belle laughed and held out her little hand. Sue turned and knocked that child flat on her chubby bottom. Sue whirled back toward the coon, who was looking mighty peculiar around the eyes and the mouth. That coon must have had wits enough to know to take off running, which is what it did. Belle told her daddy that after Sue gave her a good sniff over and licked away her tears with a gentle tongue, she circled, she put her nose to the ground, found the track and bawled as she ran. The sweetest sound a coon hunter can hear is a bawl like that. A ways down the creek, Sue stopped at the base of a peely old cottonwood tree and set to chopping. A treed coon chop is the second sweetest sound a coon hunter can hear. Belle's daddy, Jimmy Ray, heard the ruckus and followed the sounds of Whistling Sue on the run. 22 rifle in hand, he circled the cottonwood. That poor sick critter scrabbled down toward man and dog. One bullet cooled the fever in its sick brain. Sue wheezed and whistled and wagged and shook. All that happened a while ago. Sue's passed on a long time now. She never did bawl that sweet sound again. Belle's been gone on 2 years now, come this harvest moon. Sometimes, when the moon is new as a baby's pinky nail, and the corn stalks are heavy with nighttime dew, folks say they sometimes see corn stalks shaking, and hear Sue running the creek and whistling. Thank you.
Thank you. You know, we have a lot of stories, poems, songs for the holidays. Thanksgiving has Over the River and Through the Woods. Christmas, we have 'Twas the Night Before Christmas. New Year's Eve, we sing Old Lang Syne. Easter, Here Comes Peter Cottontail. But what about Halloween? We don't have a whole lot of good stories or songs that I know of, at least, for Halloween. But I know of one that was made very popular. It's not mine. It was made popular by Jim Safford. Any of you know who Jim Safford is? Yeah. Great entertainer. It's called Swamp Witch, and I'd like to share it with you. Blackwater Hattie lived back in the swamp where the strange green reptiles crawl. Snakes hang thick from the cypress trees like sausage on a smokehouse wall. The swamp is alive with 1,000 eyes, and all of them watching you, so stay off the track of Hattie's shack in the back of the Black Bayou. Way down the road from Hattie's shack lay a sleepy little overgrover town. Talk of Swamp Witch Hattie lock ye in when the sun go down. Rumors of what she'd done and rumors of what she'd do kept folks off the back of Hattie's shack in the back of the Black Bayou. One day brought the rain, and the rain stayed on, and swamp water overflowed. The skeeters and the fever grabbed the town like a fist. Doc Jackson was the first to go. Some said the plague was brought by Hattie. There was talk of a hanging too. But the talk got shackled by the howls and the cackles which came from the black bayou. Early one morn, 'tween dark and dawn, when the shadows filled the sky, there came an unseen caller to a town where hope run dry. In the square there was found a big black round, a vat full of burbling brew. Whispering sounds as the folks gathered round, it came from the black bayou. You know, there ain't much pride when you're trapped inside a slowly sinking ship. They scooped up the liquid, deep and green, and each one took a sip. The fever went away, and the very next day, the skies again were blue. Let's thank old Hattie for saving our town. We'll fetch her from the black bayou. A party of 10 of the town's best men headed for Hattie's shack, said swamp water magic is useful and good, and we're gonna bring Hattie back. They never found the shack, they never found Hattie, and they never made the trip back in. They found tacked to a stump a message that said, "Don't come looking again." If you're not familiar with Jim Safford, I suggest you look him up. He's got a lot of wonderful songs, poems, stories, and such. I hope you all have a very happy October, which is just around the corner, and an even better, not Thanksgiving, an even better Halloween. Thank you.
Thank you for I hope, enjoying that. I did. I do want to say again that these writers just amazed me. Did you catch the words? We had sea, we had duck, we had hand, and it's so incredible what one word, how they all come up with this myriad of stories. I was thinking as I was sitting there that my writing experience has gone from a college class where the professor said, "See this up here? Don't do that. Kay did that. Don't do that." Like, really? I wanted to shrink. That's where my writing experience started. So, and then another class many years later, the professor said, "This is the best essay I have ever read in my life." So, and that's what these writers, these storytellers have gone from maybe they don't have confidence to I think now they have some confidence in what they're doing. They like to write, and we have so much fun. And for those who have missed the very beginning, we had, I won't name him. He came in, but he knows who he is. He came in the first time with a notebook, like the 3x5 notebook that he was going to write. I'm going to come to this writing group with this notebook. He now has a full page, and he enjoys it. He's one of my I don't know, biggest supporters or something, I think. Anyway, they're all my supporters. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
the story of that one.
For those of you who don't know, we had a lovely music director before we got our amazing Heather. His name was Eric Hansen, and he wrote that to celebrate the Jewish holidays. I don't know if you know, but Rosh Hashanah begins, I think, on Wednesday for 2 days, and then that's the beginning of going into Yom Kippur. So with all the holidays that Don mentioned, here's another one to add to it. So that's why we were celebrating I Am Alive. And the way he used to do it, so next time, he would go faster and faster and faster and faster until you were about ready to fall on the floor. So we'll do it that way next time. Okay, it's time for our offering. And I ask that you join me in our offering affirmation on the left-hand side of your bulletin. My gift goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless all that it touches. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I share generously of my good, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly, and so it is.
Thank you, God, for everything. 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 Thank you, God, for everything.
Okay. And again, another thank you for Kay for putting all of this thing together with our writers group. And now we have several things that people can come to, and the writers group is one of them. So if you haven't been, come. Nobody's going to make you do anything. You can just come and watch if you want to. But it's just beautiful for the things that we have here. So I thank you so very much. So let's take a moment to close this portion out in prayer, and then please join us for refreshments. And if you came in, we came up the back stairs, so we missed the front walk. Please take a look at all of the new signage that we have. It really, what we're trying to do is to make this look like a campus. You know, we are here as a group with the salon and Ooh La La and the center office. So I think we've done that. There's a few more things that we need to do, but I'm very pleased with what we've done, and thank the board for saying yes to what it costs to do it. Okay. Okay, so I know that there's one divine intelligence that animates everything. That this animating force is pure creation. Whether it's creating the cosmos or the trees, rivers, suns and moons, or whether it's creating through individual minds and hearts. You and I are part of that creative intelligence that is in, around, and through all things. And with that knowledge, we can work miracles. So I speak my word right now for wherever a miracle is needed, it is being expressed. That in anybody's life who's facing a challenge, the healing power of miracles is at that source. And I speak my word for all the areas of the country, for all of the storm-hit towns, that healing presence again is right there. And I know that you and I are blessed to be able to know the truth about everything and to call it forth when it's needed. And I just release these words to the law of mind to do its perfect work as we say together, and so it is. And let me stand and sing Stand.
So let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be love. I am a stand for love. Let there be joy. I am a stand for joy. We are living a new world now. So let there be peace.